Hi, everybody. Very important lesson. It just happens to be an elementary school lesson, but that being said, a lesson that many of you are not able to do and must be able to do because if you can do everything on your Regents exam, but you can't round, you're losing like 10 points. So let's get to it. I can round by checking if the next digit is 5 or higher. We need to know what each place is called. The nearest unit meaning degree or inch or meter or person or dollar or chicken or whatever, is 0 decimal places. Nearest tenth is 1 decimal place. Nearest hundredth is 2 decimal places. Nearest thousandth is 3 decimal places. So for starters, we need to understand that. And then from there, we're going to follow this procedure. We're going to underline the digit we're rounding to. We're going to draw a line after the digit you're rounding to. And then if the next digit is 5 or higher, the underlined number goes up. If not, it stays where it is. And then we'll talk about rounding up nines, which is a little tricky. So let's take a look at number 1 here. 104.9437 to the nearest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write it each time 9437, 104.9437, 104.9437, 104.9437. The first one asks me to round to the nearest unit. So we need to identify which digit is in the unit spot. The unit spot is 0 decimal places. To the left of the decimal point, there it is, the 4. I'm going to draw a line. Right now I'm looking at 104. The only thing that can change is that 4. Is the next digit 5 or higher? Yes. So it rounds up to 105. 10th. What digit's in the 10th spot? The 9, 1 decimal place. Draw a line after it. Right now I'm looking at 104.9. The only thing that can change is that underlined value, that 9. Is the next digit 5 or higher? No. So it stays 104.9. 100th. What digit's in the 100th spot? The 4. Draw a line after it. Right now I'm looking at 104.94. The only thing that can change is that 4. I look at the next digit. Is it 5 or higher? No. So it stays 104.94. 1000th, what digit's in the 1000th spot? The 3. I underline it. I draw a line. Is the next digit 5 or higher? No. So yes, it is. So it rounds up. That 4-3 becomes 4-4. 104.944. If the next digit's 5 or higher, the underlined value goes up. Nothing else does. If there's a 9 involved, let's take a look if there's a 9 involved. Round 59.61 to the nearest inch. Well, inch is a unit, 0 decimal places. Let's make this a little bit bigger. So I'm going to underline the unit spot, draw a line. Is the next digit 5 or higher? Yes. So when you're rounding up a 9, look at this as one big number, 59. If 59 goes up, what's after 59? 60. Number 14, 124.95 to the nearest tenth. I underline the digit in the 10th spot. I draw a line after it. I'm looking at 124.9. Is the next digit 5 or higher? Yes. So when you round that up, forget about the decimal. Look at it as one big number. Ignore the decimal. I'm looking at 1249. If 1249 rounds up, if I'm counting, what comes after 1249? 1250. And then I just pop the decimal back in where it belongs, and 125.0 is your answer. Look at it as one big number, forget about the decimal, and just increase it by 1. To the nearest hundredth, I underline the hundredth spot. That's that 9. I look to the next digit. Is the next digit 5 or higher? Yes. So I look at this as one big number, 9189. If I'm counting, what comes after 9189? 9190. I insert the decimal back where it belongs after the 1, 91.90. And finally, nearest thousandth, 3 decimal places. Is the next digit 5 or higher? Yes. So look at this as one big number, 2199. If I'm counting, what comes after 2199? 2200. And I put the decimal back after the first two. And that would be the answer. So to round up the nines, look at it as one big number. Otherwise, just underline the value that you are rounding to. Unit is 0. Decimal places, tenth is 1, hundredth is 2, thousandth is 3. Draw a line after it. If the next digit's 5 or higher, that underlined value goes up. If not, it stays how it is. Practice this. It is imperative that you know how to round. So practice as much as you need to, and goodbye.